Hi, friend.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friend.
We're back.
We're back.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We're getting into it.
Every time we say it, cue the song. Let's talk about baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things. Let's talk about. Yeah, I know we get a little.
I don't think of the original song. I think of Pitch Perfect.
Oh, you would. You would.
I think about.
All right. Well, as we drink out of our red Solo cups, cheers. We're taking it back into time.
We're going back 2 decades.
The 2000s. Cue the. Oh my God! How did we all know that?
How did we not?
I feel like that was like the sound of the early 2000s.
Yes, that and the La La.
The what?
The La. Every song had La La in it.
Oh, yes.
La la la.
That there was also something else that, like, or something,
yeah.
and then it's always like, and then it's like, why were all the songs telling us to put our hands in the air? Like, so like when this younger generation makes fun of us for dancing with our hands in the air, like we were literally instructed to dance with your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. So yeah, hate us because you ain't us.
Hey. I saw a reel.
Uh-huh.
That was, the goal isn't, I'm going to mess it up.
You got this.
I know, I'm trying to remember. It was something along the lines of like, the goal isn't to make people dread being 40, but to inspire the young, like, oh my gosh, 40 looks so fun. I can't, like that. We're trying to change that narrative.
Yeah.
And so that's,
well, yeah, like obviously some of our friends have turned 40, but like I'm approaching it. You're approaching it. I'm like, I don't feel any.
God, why are you doing this stuff?
Like, I don't feel any different. I feel like people freak out about like a number and an age. And I'm like, as long as you're just living your life and having fun, like, what does it matter how old we are? Like, who cares? Like, live your life. Just live it. So
sitting over here in a Sailor Moon t-shirt.
I know. I got my Harry Potter. It's the 25th anniversary of Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's also the 25th anniversary of Cars, Fast and the Furious.
So basically, we're just old. It's okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Listen, the number might be old, but we don't feel old. That's how it is. And we're going to keep living our lives the way we do.
Here's my hot take.
Okay.
I'm just going to jump into it because I want to talk about it.
Just get into it.
Sailor Moon from the late 1900s, early 2000s.
I hate that expression.
Know, but it's true.
I know. It's true.
You cannot find the original Sailor Moon that played on Cartoon Network where Molly was Southern for some unknown reason. You cannot find that version of Sailor Moon anywhere. They have remastered it, and there is a Sailor Moon that you can go and watch. It is nowhere to be found.
It must have to do with something with copyrights.
It has to.
Because that's the only reason why reruns or things get played. Oh, man. And a lot of things, even now, like some things have been changed on like DVD versions or streaming versions due to copyright stuff. Like somebody was telling me about a show that they watched and that they were rewatching it, but because the network or somebody, they didn't own the rights to the music that was used on the show.
The music changed.
Scenes that they were very like nostalgic about. They were like, oh my God, what is this song? Like it had nothing to do with like the original song that they think of, because that happens to me a lot. I hear a song and I'm like, oh, it takes me right back to like that show I was watching or that movie scene or just a moment in my life. Like music is so powerful in that way. And it's so like, when you take it away from something that's so familiar, it's hard. It's hard to watch. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyway,
it's got to be because of that reason.
Because Joe was like, yeah, you can watch it on this platform. And I started watching and I said, this is not
this is not it.
What I remember.
Not it.
So I won't watch it because it's too difficult for me to watch it in the new voice when my whole entire memory is around this particular sound and Luna, the cat, sounding a certain way and Molly sounding a certain way. I'm like, this ruins it.
Oh, I get it. I feel you.
So R.I.P. to the OG Sailor Moon.
That was a hot take for sure. So yeah, we're gonna get nostalgic on this episode, this special episode today.
Tearjerker.
It's a tearjerker?
I don't know.
Okay. I feel like it's gonna be more of a party, but who knows? You never know. You never know which way we're gonna go. But
True.
so we have bullet points. Let's see what we hit today and get through. But I mean, they're just talking points. We'll see what happens. We always like to go in unhinged.
Yes.
So better that way.
Okay. Were you a Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon?
Disney Channel.
Disney Channel?
Disney Channel original. The wand.
Dun, dun, dun.
Make the ears.
Yep. There's
Disney
a
Channel all
song
the
that's
way.
out. It plays all the time. Sometimes I'll hear it in the mall.
Disney Channel all the way. I loved like the original movies that would drop every month. I wasn't a fan of all of them, but like let's be real. High School Musical, Cheetah Girls.
Do you remember a movie called Suzy Q?
Yes.
I feel like you're the only person who remembers this
Because
movie.
they also don't like play it like after a while they even stopped playing it.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it was like something I think they thought like the content was a little too mature.
Sure.
So like as years went on, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to show this anymore." But like, I feel
like nobody remembers that movie.
It was the girl that was also the pink Power Ranger.
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to watch Power Rangers.
Oh, it was her. Okay, we're thinking of the same thing. Yes, no, she was. You didn't watch Power Rangers?
I wasn't allowed to.
Okay, that tracks. Never mind, that tracks. Yeah, no, she played the pink Power Ranger. I totally remember that movie, but I don't remember everything, but like she had the pink dress.
Yes.
Yep.
She was the ghost.
Yep.
The old 50s car.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I think there was just some content in there that they just thought wasn't Disney
approved.
Yeah, anymore. So they like stopped airing it.
What was your favorite original Disney Channel movie? I already know what you're gonna say.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna take the High School Musical and the Cheetah Girls out of it because we all know I love those movies, but it's gonna be really hard to say. But I really was a fan of I don't think you're gonna know the one that I'm gonna say. I really liked the one that was with what's his face. He was in The Princess Diaries too. Eric Von Detten, Brink.
Yes.
I was a big fan of Brink.
Okay.
But I really liked Right on Track. I liked the Even Stevens movie, like hands down was one of my favorites.
Solid.
Double Teamed was a good one, although I hated the basketball scenes, like that scene where she's, but like I liked the premise of the story.
Epic that's two again.
Oh my god, I could name so many. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off was a fun one. Oh god, this is really taking me back. I would say Even Stevens is probably one of my favorites out of that bunch that I said. But I mean, I just binged High School Musical again and Cheetah Girls the other day. I'm in my late 30s and I'm still watching these movies. I'm very nostalgic. I like to go back and watch old movies. So, and shows. I like to watch new stuff too, but I like to watch the old stuff. That was the topic. I was like, wait, there was something I was going to say before and you're like, save it for the episode. And then I forgot. And now that brought me back to it. Okay. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you like to go back and watch old stuff too, or we like to rewatch things. Do you think it's because we grew up in that time frame of like you watched it new, but then like the reruns were on all the time?
No.
You don't think that's why we like to rewatch things? Okay. It was just like a thought that popped into my head. I was like,
I'm more on the side of the like, there's a psychology behind millennials and comfort shows, and the psychology is that we grew up in such a time where everything was constantly changing. Maybe our home environments were not secure or consistent. And so our comfort shows is because we can watch it and our brain can relax because we know what's coming.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I agree with that too. But I just felt like a little bit kind of just like there was reruns playing all the time on TV. And yet they still are, but I'm saying like I don't do that as much anymore.
The problem is the reruns are now the shows that we grew up watching. It's not MASH anymore.
Yeah.
It's Friends.
But again, it's like it's available for me to just stream it without the live TV, without watching the commercials. So like it's just easier for me to go back and rewatch it now. But back in the day, it was like to rewatch something, you just had to catch it on TV and hopefully something was on that day or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Or I can't tell you how many times growing up I would catch a movie on cable, but it was the middle. So I'd watch, and it was always like It's
I liked when they would play it, but then they would replay it right after.
It's a day after tomorrow day, so you like catch the story halfway through, and then you get to watch it again.
I came across something the other day because that now reminded me of somebody who was talking about like their parents. So like they're our age, but they were talking about how our parents, they could just jump into watching something that's already started halfway through because apparently back in the day at movie theaters, they didn't have showtimes. Now again, I don't know how far back this dates, but they said that they would just have like the movie running like all day long. So people would like go and like they might catch something in the middle, or again, like whatever's on TV, they're catching it in the middle. So like a lot of times, even if something has started, they're like, whatever, it's fine. Like I'll catch up. And I'm like, oh my God, I've caught my parents like doing that. Like they just kind of catch something.
I will not do that for a movie I haven't seen.
Oh no, I mean,
no. Could you imagine coming into the middle?
It's not so much that they want to start it or come into the middle, but they like sometimes I'll be like, okay, are you guys ready to watch something? And they're like, yeah, just start it. Well, just start it. Like, just start it while they're still doing something. And I'm like,
my parents do that too.
And so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think they were talking about a generation even older than our parents doing that, but it just goes to show like how like even now, like we don't want to miss something that starts from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Like if we're watching, so we just watched Project Hail Mary for the first time. Watch Project Hail Mary. I'm not going to be in the kitchen finishing dishes and tell Ryan, hey, start the movie because it's new. I don't want to miss it. But if it's something that we've seen before, go ahead and start it and then I'll come in. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that for a new movie.
My parents will just say it, whether it's new or whatever. Just start it. Just start it.
No.
I'm like, no, we are not starting it because you need to see what's happening.
Right. There's important pieces of information. What do you mean?
Yeah, because I don't want to be halfway through and then you're asking me questions and then I got to pause it and now answer all of your questions. We're not doing that. So
we're not doing it.
Went on a little bit of a rant there, but
not doing it.
So yes, Disney Channel girl all the way. What about you? What were your
Disney Channel with the exception? There were things that I liked on Nickelodeon. There were things that I liked on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
But primarily Disney Channel.
Cartoon Network I never got into.
That's where Sailor Moon, Transformers.
I know. So like
Voltron.
I just never got into those. Like,
I had an older brother.
That's why like when you said that, I didn't realize that was Sailor Moon.
Y'all.
Like I didn't know.
She thought that this was Princess Peach.
But I mean, real quick, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
I get you, but true fans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't really a Cartoon Network.
Sailor Moon was on Cartoon Network. I also grew up with an older brother, and so Cartoon Network was primarily what we watched. It's funny, I was not allowed to watch Power Rangers, The Simpsons.
What was weird about Power Rangers though is they were on, I want to say they were on like ABC or something. It was like that Saturday morning.
Oh, the Saturday morning
lineup thing, but it wasn't like Nickelodeon or Disney. It was like the Saturday morning
thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think that's when they aired. I don't even know. It was so long ago, but
wasn't allowed to watch those two, but I did watch Ren and Stimpy.
Oh my God.
I just think that my parents thought it was a cartoon.
You know what cartoon?
And we're fine with it.
The cartoons I liked on, I was like, what flipped? It was my phone. On Nickelodeon, I want to say these are on, I know Rugrats was on Nickelodeon. Yeah. Loved watching Rugrats.
Yes.
I still would watch Rugrats to this day. If I saw an episode on, I would sit and watch it.
Yes.
I was a big fan of Cat Dog, which everyone thought that one was kind of weird a little bit, but I'm like, I was like, no, I love Cat Dog.
Yes. Let's see. So Nickelodeon shows, we'll get back to Disney in a second, but Nickelodeon shows Ren and Stimpy. I did not like the Fairly Odd Parents, but that came in like later.
I never watched that one. I mean, I know of the show, but I never watched that one.
Doug.
Oh,
Hey Arnold.
Doug. Hey Arnold. Yeah.
Rocket Kids. Or Rocket something. The skateboard one.
I know which one. I didn't watch that one. I would catch an episode here and there, but I didn't watch that one like, I need to sit down and watch. But
Rugrats.
Yeah.
Wild Thornberries.
Oh, the Wild Thornberries. Yes. I liked when they had the movie that came out then afterwards.
I loved the movie.
Yeah.
What else was primarily on Nickelodeon? Those are the big ones that I remember.
Yeah.
Disney Channel, obviously remember watching it in the afternoon getting home. The Ears, Lizzie McGuire, all of the movies, Xenon.
Yeah, That's So Raven was a big show for me.
I never watched Cheetah Girls. I have never seen High School Musical.
Are you serious?
I've never seen it.
You would love those movies.
I've never seen it.
I cannot believe you've never seen those movies.
I apologize.
That is crazy. That's
Seen
bananas.
Double Teamed, Brink, obviously. Motocrossed, love.
Motocross. That's the other one I was trying to.
I was obsessed
with the guy. I loved the guy.
The story. Yeah, just.
Oh yeah, the story too. But I loved the.
I feel that's when I entered my bro lady phase. I wasn't a hoe. So I was a lady. I was a bro lady. I wasn't a bro hoe. I was a bro lady.
Motocross. That was the one I was trying to remember.
Yes, Motocrossed. I don't know if this was a Disney Channel original movie, but the one with Katherine Heigl, Wish Upon a Star, where she switched places with her younger sister. I loved the.
Do you remember Model Behavior? I think that was considered a Disney movie.
I think that was considered a Disney movie. You're making me think of so many things. So really quick, the Tia, Tamara, Mowry, where they're twins and switch places with their grandparents.
Oh yes, switched. No.
17 again.
17 again. Yes.
Loved that one. I loved. There was one. I just literally lost it. It's a girl. I don't even think this was a Disney movie. So this might be.
I mean, Halloween Town. I always liked watching Halloween Town around.
She's Halloween. A little girl, and she loses her mom, and she makes a wish at Christmas, and the mannequin comes to life. I remember the mannequin was a blonde-haired woman, comes to life to come be her mom, and she knows that it's a mannequin. It's kind of like Model.
I don't think I know that one.
Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks made a very similar one where the
life size.
Yeah, but it's based off of this particular movie. Where she makes this wish at Christmas, and then she doesn't want her to turn back into a mannequin. She wants her to stay with her dad because the dad and the mannequin fall in love. And they go to the mall, and she's like, "There she is."
I did not like Smart House. Smart House.
I know Smart House, but I wasn't.
Luck of the Irish.
Not a fan.
Not like a huge fan of.
What's the one where he turns into?
Which is funny because both of those are Ryan Merriman. Yeah, and like I like Ryan Merriman and like other stuff. Like I loved him as character. Like I like how he played the character in Pretty Little Liars. Mm-hmm. Like he was perfect at playing that character. But like it's just funny. I mean I watched those movies, but I just didn't care for them too much.
What's the one where he's a fish? Where he turns
the 13th year. 13th where he turns into the mermaid fish thing. Yeah. I didn't care for that one either.
No.
I didn't like the one where they made Shia LaBeouf with the special needs. Like I was like,
I don't think I've ever seen
that. True something. It's called True something. He's got like an older sister. It was supposed to be like a more like sentimental, but I was like, they kind of just missed the mark. Like he played
sentimental color of friendship.
Woo. Oh yeah, I didn't care for that one too much.
I love that one. As a mixed race girly myself,
that makes sense. But yeah. Oh my god, there's so many.
There were
so many. I used to remember when I used to like wait for the trailer for like, what's the next movie going to be?
Yeah.
Like, and then sometimes I'd see it and I'd be like, I'm not into that, whatever.
Now and Then.
Well, that wasn't
a I know it wasn't,
but yes, no, I love Now and Then.
Yes, great
you still need to watch Casper this upcoming.
I do. I've never seen Casper.
Upcoming season. You need to watch that. That blew my mind at my sleepover. I was like, what?
I think Ryan turned it on one year and I was like, I don't care about this. So, but I will watch it.
You have to watch it at least once.
I will watch it.
I mean, we're talking about old movies and one of the things on here is rating old rom-coms. I've actually been in a rom-com state of mind since my birthday that like, if I need something to watch just late at night, I've been putting on old rom-com movies and just watching them. And I'm like, man, I forgot how good these movies were.
They don't make them like they used to, folks. They don't make them like they used to.
And then like we saw The Notebook play recently. So I watched The Notebook recently. I watched Dirty Dancing last night. I watched Definitely Maybe recently, which I forgot how good that story was too. You would love that movie. You would absolutely, with Ryan Reynolds, you would love that movie. It's so good. He's like, it's kind of like How I Met Your Mother, but in movie form. But he like,
never watched How I Met Your Mother.
I know, but you know the premise.
I know the premise.
Yeah. So he basically is like telling his daughter the story of like the women that he's loved in his life, and she's trying to figure out which one is her mother.
Gotcha.
It's a really I mean, if I like it, like
there's a good chance.
Yeah, you're really gonna love it. God. But yeah, I mean, I have a ton of favorite rom-coms. Mean Girls is one of my favorites, hands down. I love Mean Mean Girls. I love that
I
movie.
feel like I didn't really get to watch a lot of rom-coms until I was older.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I grew up watching While You Were Sleeping, Runaway Bride,
Julia Roberts is like
Pretty
in a lot of
Woman,
rom-coms.
Mystic Pizza. I mean, anything with Julia Roberts in it, I've
It's
probably
funny that you watched a lot of like to me, I would consider that more of like women watch it, like women in their 20s and 30s watching those movies. And
No,
like
I watched them in like high school with my mom.
that, okay, so that then makes more sense because you watched them with your mom, whereas like
Yeah.
I was watching more of the teen rom-coms when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I got more into like the adult ones as I got a little older. I mean, I still watched some when I was younger, but it's funny to me. Like the ones you mentioned, I always feel like I feel like I wouldn't be watching that as a teenager, and I wasn't. So,
My mom was an avid watcher of Lifetime, which I feel like that could be a whole podcast in and of itself. I think there's a doctoral thesis in there somewhere, of stuff like that. There were movies that she would literally force me to watch to like make me learn a lesson. And just looking back on it, I was like, why was I watching that as a child?
yeah, some of those Lifetime movies get pretty intense. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are they airing this?
I loved, I don't know who, and when I was in high school or home, by myself or whatever, I was watching Charmed a lot. Loved Charmed.
What's funny is I never got into that show, and I love everything about what that show is. I feel like I would probably love it, but I never watched it.
Yeah,
maybe
I watched that a lot
maybe I
in
need
high
to add that to
school.
the list.
But yeah, watched a lot of Lifetime domestic violence movies. Like I have vivid, visceral memories of some of the Lifetime movies I had that like it will take me, and even just thinking about it, like I'll start to get hot because I am nervous. So that's what I'm saying. There's doctoral thesis in there somewhere, but I watched a lot of those. And then my mom went back to work when I was in high school, so I would come home and it was always Disney Channel. Disney Channel would come on and sit and do my homework, do whatever, get on AOL.
Yeah, let's get into that in a second. But I used to always rush home. Me and my sister used to rush home to catch TRL on MTV. I know. I knew you were gonna say that, but me and her used to race home. It was like,
but during the summer when my mom was teaching swim lessons, I would turn on MTV to watch the music videos.
Yeah,
I remember where I was when Oops, I Did It Again came out.
So I used to love when MTV played. Like they used to do like the making the music video.
Yeah.
So then you got to see like the behind the scenes stuff. And then also like I used to, again, shouldn't have been watching this at like when I was like a kid in elementary school, but they used to do like the MTV spring breaks.
Okay.
I'm like, why am I watching grown like teenagers grinding on each other at spring break? But again, I was watching for the performances, not really for
the activities.
Yeah, but it's just
our special guest is back.
I miss the TRL music video days. Yeah, we used to race on and be like, who's gonna be in the top 3? And it was always the boy bands were always ruling the top of the charts. But Britney would sneak in there. But then occasionally you'd get like a Korn video at number 1, and I think that's what I love about our generation though too, is like we listen to all different genres. Like even if you didn't fall into that category, like you
knew,
everybody still knew or was familiar with the music. Like that's what I love seeing now on social media. Like when it's like, how many songs do you know from the 2000s? And the playlist is like all over the place, but like no matter what ethnicity we are or like, sex we are, like we all know these songs. And it's just, I don't know.
Even Ryan, who is in like his heavy metal days, we had a random playlist on and Oops, I Did It Again came on, or Hit Me Baby One More Time. He was like, I know every word to this song.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense given the type of music that he listens to. And I was like, but it was just so big.
Yeah.
And it was everywhere that everybody knew about it.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like you had to catch these songs either on TV, the music video, catch it on the radio. Like, then
we were sitting there with our phones on live radio. Not even
that. I had I'm talking like in the 90s, I was doing like the cassette tape. Like you put the tape in, you record the radio, and then you put it in later to listen to it later. Yeah. That was like the true mixtapes.
That was the true mixtape.
Then when the internet happened, then we were illegally downloading from LimeWire.
We all did it.
And we were making like our own mix CDs. Like when somebody came to me and said, I made you a mix CD, I'm like, yes, like that was the thing. And then eventually the iPod came out. But again, like everybody was sharing songs and the playlists, and it was just, I don't know, it was a different time.
My friend Chelsea made me so many mixed CDs because
we had the CD case in the car.
I was just about to say, but once she made me so many mixed CDs, and they were all so great because she was my cool friend. Chelsea was my cool friend, and Chelsea, if you're listening to this, you are still very cool. But I was very sheltered. We've already talked about this before. And so going over to her house was always an experience because she had all the nail polish, and her room had her computer in it, and she got to decorate it the way that she wanted to have it decorated. And so she would make me all these mixed CDs of the songs that I would hear at her house. And my mom never thought anything of it because it's Chelsea. Chelsea just gave me a CD, whatever. But and she would always like color the top of them and like write me a set list on like a piece of paper. And she always had the coolest handwriting. But then the CD books, my brother had 2 of them in his car, the big like 100 CD ones, and he would slice the CD cover and stick that in the front, and then the CD would go behind it, and you could just sit in his car as you were driving and just look and alphabetically find
what are we gonna play today.
And then you got really fancy when you got a car that had the 4 CD changers. You could put 4 CDs in the car at once and flip.
By my senior year, I had a car with 6 CD changer.
Woo! I think my sophomore, junior year, I got it because Chelsea had one. She had a stereo in her room, and it was the 2 cassette player, the radio station. It had a remote, so you could do it from your bed. And then the top was 6 CDs.
Yeah. I had just a random thought. I was like, why do we do this with everything? I still do it with other things. It's like, why do we think just blowing and rubbing on something will make it better? It's because we used to do it to our spec CDs.
Yes. That fixes everything. My phone's hot. Okay, I guess it's fine now. My computer, it's dusty. Okay, everything's fine. My glasses. Yes.
Oh man, it was a good time. It was a good time. But I also feel like that's what made our childhood so great, because it was like we had a childhood, but then we were on the brink of like learning technology, and it was just, I don't know. That's why I feel like we're so adaptable. Like we just kind of roll with the punches.
That was my story the other day. Going to a job interview. What skills do you have? Bro, I'm a millennial. Just tell me what you need me to do, and I will be done. And I will master it in 3 days.
Exactly.
Just give me a minute and I can do it.
Facts. Literally facts.
Hey, we have a new product line.
It's like me ordering, I'm ordering a new phone. And my mom was like, what do you mean you're going to give me your old, like you're going to set it and do everything? We don't have to go to the AT&T store? No.
They send it to me. They turn it on. I set them next to each other. They talk to each other.
They do what they do. And then I'm going to reset this phone and hook it up to you, and we're all good.
Everything's on the cloud.
Oh man, I love it.
Man, childhood was really great. Every Saturday I would go to Target and the mall with Chelsea. Chelsea was my high school bestie.
Yeah.
We did everything together.
I mean, I did a lot with my sister during that time. It was really fun to have like a sister in high school. Like we did a lot together. It was fun to like have the car rides together, blast our music, go to the mall, go hang out with our friends. Like it was fun times.
So my brother was 8 years older than I was. So he was kind of he went to school in California. So he would always come back and like, this is because you would find out things, later, depending on where you were in the country, which is also weird to think like people in California heard music first before somebody in South Dakota heard music. So he would always come home and give me all the bands and the fashion tips, and we'd drive around in his car and listen to music that my mom would have lost her ever-loving mind about knowing that I ever listened to. But he was always like my frame of reference of, what the haps was. Good time.
Well, you brought up the AIM thing before.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Why did we used to leave our computers on and just be like, I'm at so-and-so, be back later, text me while I'm gone? That was always like one of my away messages. I feel like that was like, or you did like a cryptic like music lyric and then like left your number to like text me or whatever. And then you'd rush home and then
check your messages.
To see if people still left you messages, which like we saw the away message, yet people were still sending the messages.
Because that was the appeal of it, of like you can send a message to somebody even if they're not online.
Yeah.
And get it. You can see when
because again, we had
online.
To like pay for text messaging. We didn't have unlimited texting right away
yes.
back then. So I think that's why we also did that, because it's like we saved the texting or the calling for like really important stuff. But like if they could just read it later, people would just send it over AIM, but like I remember it was like a big thing. Like, my away message going to be? And I'm like, why were we stressed about this? Or like MySpace, top 8. Then
Oh,
I got
that was,
bigger, top 16. And I'm like,
yeah.
why am I not in your top row? Good Lord.
Yeah.
Chill
It
out.
wasn't even good enough to be in the, if you weren't on the top row. I also hated, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but I always, and I have always felt not enough. Very Brooke Davis of me. But like, I loved looking at everybody's, and I was like, I'm just not that creative. I can't be that. It just never looked that way. And you tried to find the different styles and the banners and the cookie things, and I just never really got into it. But I loved all of that, and I
That's the
loved.
thing. We were coding websites back in the day. I don't know how to do it now,
I
but I
don't
was
know how
like,
to
we
do it
literally
now.
were doing
I could
it back
not.
in the day.
I took a coding class in college. I literally had to program something to run and do something, and to this day, I cannot do it. I do not remember it. But yeah, I always. Oh wow, that's a really cool
I think
MySpace
that's a normal
background.
teenage thing, though. I think there's like extremes, though, of like some people are like up here and then some people are like more here.
I always felt like
But
girls went away over summer and like all went to the same class about like music, makeup, and things like that, and then would come back and I was just behind. But I also wasn't allowed to go anywhere over summer. I never went to camp.
I never did the camp thing either, which looking back on it, I was like, I don't even know if I would have wanted to do that. Because like some of my summers were still built around dance. Like I'd have to practice and go to nationals.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we were dancing through June. Same with now. Like, you know, I see the kids like at the studio, like they're dancing through June. Then we go to nationals. Then we got 2-3 weeks off. And then boom, you're back at the start of the season. So
I don't know if I would have gone to camp like Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap camp. I don't know.
yeah.
My mom wanted to send me to a disability camp, and I was like, absolutely not. Because
I'm not laughing at the disability. I'm laughing at the fact that that's where she wanted to send you.
New listeners, I have a neurological disability, and so my mom wanted to send me to camp. I was like, absolutely not. I don't want to do that. So, but it always just felt like I was behind, but it was probably because I never got 17 magazine, and I didn't
the
watch
magazines.
MTV.
Oh yeah, me and my sister used to love getting like the latest Teen Bop, Tiger Beats.
Yeah,
we used to cut out like our crushes and make collages for like binders and posters.
Did you have a crush on Leonardo DiCaprio?
My sister did. I was not. My sister and okay, first of all, like we have similar types. I think more as we got older, but when we were younger, we had very different tastes as we were younger growing up and like who we found attractive. There were some that we had the same, but like. So for instance, like NSYNC, she was a Justin girly, I was a JC girly.
That tracks stuff.
Yeah. Like and even just like their demeanor and how they are like totally tracks. Yeah, we had different tastes back then. So yeah, I did not have a big crush.
I was
on
not a Leonardo DiCaprio girly.
Yeah, I was not, but a lot of girls were.
Yeah.
And I get the appeal. And plus, I mean, that was huge in his career. I mean, he was everywhere. He was everywhere. In every type of movie. And I mean, he's a great actor because I mean, the fact that he could do all these different types of movies and still to this day do those movies is, you know, a testament of the type of actor that he is. But yeah, he was not my type. I actually had a conversation with somebody about my type, and I was like, I need like the men that I tend to look at are more rugged or have like an edge to them.
Yes.
I'm not really like a pretty boy kind of
baby
girl.
Face. Yeah.
Yes. That's not really my type. And I feel like that was very in back then. So my taste in guys and crushes was always different from everybody. Cause even like I went through a phase where like I was really into like, I don't want to say emo, but like just like the rocker kind of guys too. Cause they were more edgy. Like I just was more drawn. What?
Fall Out Boy, Pete Wentz?
No, not like that. I would say more like Linkin Park.
Gotcha.
Like more like that. Like I thought Chester, what's his name? Rest in peace.
Bedingfield.
What is that?
Is that? My battery is running low, but I need that. I can't have the mics and the battery at the same time.
Oh shoot!
Should I pause it? Oh yeah, she don't die. So let's finish her.
Okay, so we were talking about our teen crushes.
Yes.
And I was saying that I was more into like guys with a little bit more edge. So I tended to steer more towards like, can I just say it? Black guys. Black guys or really edgy rock guys. That's just what I leaned more towards because that was more my type. But again, not pretty boys, not my thing. So yeah. So Leo DiCaprio.
Eric LaSalle from ER. Black doctor.
From me. Okay, I never watched ER, but people.
I love me some Eric LaSalle.
Okay, but he's like a pretty boy.
No,
Eric LaSalle.
it's the black doctor.
I think I might be confusing
Jordan
him.
the Stallion on TikTok?
I think I might be. Yes, I know. Yes, I know that guy.
It looks like that Eric LaSalle could be his dad.
I'm looking him up right now.
Okay.
Eric LaSalle.
I loved me some ER.
I think I'm confusing him
with Noah Weil.
Oh no, not this guy. I mean, I know who this guy is, but I just remember him from Coming to America. So I think of the soul glow.
Levon Hayes.
So like, I'm gonna say my crush now, but like think more like this vibe, like Idris Elba, like more that kind of vibe. However, there are a few pretty boys that sneak in there that I do tend to like, but then it's more about either like their talent, if it's like a celebrity, or their demeanor or the way they carry themselves. Like for instance, I would consider Michael Ealy like a pretty boy, but like there's just something about him that I'm like, he's so hot to me. And I don't know if it's the eyes or like just how he is in movies and TV shows, but like I love him.
Everyone loved this man.
Yeah, like I
I don't think there was a woman on this planet that didn't love this man. Oh my, get out of here.
Like that is like the extent of like my pretty boy, I would say, I guess.
Yes. He was in that movie with Taraji
P. Henson.
Yes, where he was a chef. And she was like a big CEO and he pretended to be rich to impress her.
I don't think I've seen that movie. I know the movie you're talking about, but I don't think I've seen it.
It's a good one.
Like that premise sounds familiar, but I don't think I've actually seen it. But because he was in Barbershop, I think that's what it was. Like Barbershop kind of did it for me. He was a little bit more rough around the edges.
So I wonder if that means you like.
There's this guy that was on Grey's Anatomy. I think he was on Grey's Anatomy. That all my friends used to send to me, and they used to be like, "Oh my god, you must love him," and I'm like, "Ew, no." I forget who it is. I don't know his name, but everybody would send him to me, and I'm like, nope, not my thing.
I love Terrence Howard.
Oh yeah, Terrence Howard is great. Not like
I think everyone you're talking about is Jesse Williams.
Yes, everybody thinks I'm like upset. Like I would love him, and I'm like,
did you like Gary Jordan?
No, not really.
Okay, similar vibes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, I asked you about Leonardo DiCaprio because I distinctly remember going to Blockbuster, the video store, and then Hollywood Video came out. No, we went, and it was right when Titanic came out, and so they gave me a poster, and he's like, "I bet you want this poster for Leonardo DiCaprio." I was like,
"No, not really.
No, not really. I want it for Kate Winslet because I think she's a babe."
Oh yes, Kate Winslet.
She had the red dress on. Not that she was a babe. I mean, she's a babe.
She's a babe. But
queen, by the way.
But like it's like her beauty is not like your typical like eye catching kind of, like she is beautiful. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like, you know how like some women are just like, oh, she's hot. Like that's not how you, like, you don't look at her and like be like, oh, she's hot. Like you look at her and you're like, she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Talented. She's smart. Do you want to know my current female actress crush?
Yes.
Hannah Waddingham.
She's
from Ted Lasso, but she was also in Game of Thrones.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I am obsessed.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes.
Hannah, if you're listening, just know.
Yeah. No,
all that in a bag of chips.
I would say when I was younger, I was a big fan of, and I don't even know why, but I really liked Mila Kunis for some reason.
I could see that.
Like, I don't know. There was just something about her that like, I was like, she's fun, she's quirky, she's different than me. I think that, like,
but she was also smart. She was intelligent.
Yeah. Well, granted, she got onto a show which she shouldn't have even been able to get on the show because she was way underage compared to the rest of her castmates. I think they said she was like 13 or 14. She's
young. I remember.
Yeah, and like I think the age limit was supposed to be like 16 or 17 was the youngest that could audition, and I believe she was like 13 or 14 when she was on that 70s show.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wild. Wild time.
She knew how to play the game. She knew how to get what she wanted. I mean, simple as that.
We love a boss babe.
Yeah.
So yeah. What other? Trying to think as soon as we talked about like guy crushes, maybe we can end on like we just said. Hannah wanted to when I was younger. Who? Sandra Bullock,
Oh yeah, love
adore.
Sandra Bullock.
Julia Roberts,
Yeah.
adore. Kate Winslet, adore. Sally Fields, man.
That's a Leo DiCaprio thing though. Like I didn't like him, like have a crush on him, but I did want to see everything that he was in.
Right, because he's good.
Yeah, like I mean, so many movies. Like I'm just thinking, I'm like, I've seen so many of his movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize. Like I'm like, maybe I am a big fan. I don't know. Like not in like
Being
a way
a
of like
fan and then thinking they're good looking is like your
two
heart
totally
throb.
different things. Yeah, I know.
Boy crush.
I have a friend who can't stand Meryl Streep, and I was like, I'm going to need you to take that statement back. I'm going to need you to take it's a guy friend. But I was just like, okay, I get it because guys are such like visual, like they want the hot girl. Meryl Streep, again, not your typical like hot woman, but like she's a gorgeous woman.
Yes,
like gorgeous.
Get out of here.
Like
you are gonna have to tell me off screen.
Yeah, I'll tell you off screen.
My God.
But again, like I am also I gravitate towards celebrities, or I'm a fan of people who have like I'm talking like real talent. And so that's why like I don't get the hype sometimes with like certain celebrities that like get so much attention because I'm just like, what are they bringing to the table? They're really not bringing anything besides this. They're like one note and like that's it. Like I don't gravitate towards people like that. Even athletes, like I don't gravitate towards the typical like, oh, they're the big honcho. Like I think the only like two huge athletes that I was like that with was Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter. Like other than that, like I don't jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, they're the big name of the sport. Like I don't jump on to the bandwagon with that. But
yeah, all my teen childhood crushes were athletes because we were a big athlete family. So it was always basketball players, Kevin Johnson, Jim Jackson.
I had a lot more, I feel like, music crushes. Because again, I was always around music, listening to music, things like that. So
I always gravitated towards the rough around the edges, but good guy. So I know you've seen Blue Bloods, Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh yeah, Donnie Wahlberg was
Donnie Wahlberg's character. I love that Nathan's. I loved those kind of characters that kind of had a roughness to them, but then deep down were just
so.
Good
after
guys.
We shot the sleepover podcast episode, I was like, I think I said my first celebrity crush was Usher, but I have to take that back. My first celebrity crush was Donnie Wahlberg.
I don't know who my first celebrity crush was.
But again, like I don't know, and I think it's because Donnie had like a different swag. And again, I'm a huge Mark Wahlberg fan now too, and I think it's just they just have that swag about them that like I don't know, I just gravitate towards that. And plus, I love Donnie in the early Saw movies that he was in. So I'm a big Saw girl. But
yeah, I don't think I had. I'm sure maybe I did. I should probably just ask my mom or my brother. But I never really.
So like you didn't do like the whole big posters on the wall like of crushes. Yeah, like we used to get.
I also wasn't allowed to decorate my room.
Well, and that's the thing too. You said you didn't get the magazines. Me and my sister used to get the magazines, and some of them would have the fold out.
Yeah.
So you have to like be careful with the staple.
From what I recall, Kevin Johnson was probably my first childhood crush because I did propose to him on national television.
Mm-hmm.
That's
wait, what? Hey, I kind of was just like listening, and I was like, wait, that process. I was like, what?
So back in the day, when you would go to the mall, I think it was Just Sports. You could go into Just Sports.
Okay.
And it was when the Suns were going for the playoffs, something like that. I'm 6 or 7 years old. My mom had just picked me up from school. I fell asleep in the car. We had to run into the mall for something. We went into Just Sports like we always did. And the Suns camera team was there filming fans to ask questions at the next like home game. And so my mom was like, I was asked if I wanted to do it. And I said, yeah, I think I had a Sun shirt on. My hair is messy like this. And on camera, I said, my name is Vanessa and I would like to know if Kevin Johnson will marry me. And so that played on national television during the game. And so they chose that one.
That's so funny.
And he responded. He had to respond. And so there is a video of Kevin Johnson saying, you know what? Yes, Vanessa, I will marry you. Go hurry up and grow up. Like he was saying, like, yeah, I'll do it, but you got to become of age.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
That's what I distinctly remember. But then like teenage, I would probably, from what I recall, again, was still that like Donnie, that was well into my early 20s. I would say Kevin from the Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, I love Kevin. I don't feel
I
like
didn't know
I've
anything about him, and you never heard him speak,
I
but
feel
I
like a
liked
lot of
him the
people
most.
didn't really gravitate towards Kevin, but again, he had like that older, mature vibe, and so that was the other thing too. Is like it was very hard for me to relate to like guys my age. Like even in high school, like I didn't really want to date like the guys that were asking me out because I just felt like they were immature. Because again, guys don't really they don't mature like ever. But I mean they do, but
Sometimes they do.
they do, but like to an extent, they always have like a little bit of that immaturity in them. But like guys my age, and I was also tall. Like I was taller than a lot of them. Like
I
a,
was disabled, so
a
like
lot
that
of
kind of
them
ruled
did
me.
not, shoot past me until like, so I always was looking at guys like 3 to 4 years older than me. Even when it came to celebrities, I don't even think I liked guys that were even like the teenagers. Like I liked the men,
I
like
like
that
the
were,
older men.
yeah, like I saw George Clooney and I was in Ocean's 11 and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
you
Dennis
know,
Quaid.
um,
Yes.
Denzel Washington was
Denzel
even one for me
Washington.
too. And I
Yes.
like, so that's what I'm saying. Like I gravitated more towards like men actors and musicians than I did. I think the first crush that I had that was similar to my age was Chris Brown.
Interesting. Okay.
Because again, he came out when I was like a junior, senior in high school, but like he had everything. He was singing, he was dancing, like he had that swag. And I was like, that, I mean, that was like my first, I would say, celebrity crush that was similar to my age.
Interesting.
Because before that, it was all men. Men.
Men.
I just wanted the men.
Like the men. Like the men.
I mean, even like now, like it's different to date somebody who's younger than me. But like, because I've always dated older. I've never dated someone either my age or younger. So
There's a first for everything.
yeah.
So that's our nostalgias.
Yeah.
90s walk down.
Yeah, there was something on here though that I thought we were going to talk about. And we didn't
what
get
was
it. It was like the side bangs. I thought that was going to come up at some point.
Oh, like the emo side bangs?
Yes. Honestly though, I was going to say like, why was that? That was even a hairstyle for if you weren't even emo. Like
it was just that's what was popular.
I never did it. Did you
I never
do
did it.
Yeah, I was like the heavy, like I was like, this is too, I would have been like this all the time.
Yeah.
Like I had like a part where like the bang kind of swooped,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like
I had
heavy
the
across.
Rachel, like the true authentic Rachel.
My sister went to the salon and tried to get the Rachel. It did not turn out like the Rachel.
I had the Rachel for years.
But I also feel like my sister did it like before people got more comfortable with that trend of the haircut. Like I feel like it happened and then she went to go do it and then like it was like I don't think the person who was cutting her hair knew how to do that haircut.
Well, yeah, because everything I'm seeing is like, oh, here's the Rachel, and it's just a Farrah Fawcett blowout, and you're like, no.
Mm-hmm.
The Rachel is a very specific. You need to go with pictures of Jennifer Aniston. But I had that haircut for years, I tell you. But no, I didn't do the side bangs.
Yeah, I didn't either. I did my junior year. I went straight across. I went back to the straight across bangs, and I dyed my hair like jet black. I mean, I looked emo my junior year, like
I really
legit
didn't
emo.
have self.
Like if I find a picture of that, I'll have to send it to you because you'd be like, because again, not very tan, so pasty white, and again, I was into like the edgier fashion, so I didn't want to go to Hollister or the American Eagle like my friends did.
Yeah,
I was walking into Hot Topic.
Gotcha.
And again, not that Hot Topic was my vibe, but like I needed a store that kind of blended the two. And there wasn't a store that was like that, but I gravitated more towards the black and the edgy. So I went with like the studded belts and like the fishnet overlays. And like I legit looked emo, even though I wasn't emo.
I don't know what I look like. I just look like I had the curly hair with straight bangs because of Peyton Sawyer from One Tree Hill. I guess I was preppy because I had some Hollister stuff, but then I wanted the edginess of like Shane West from A Walk to Remember with like the studded belt. And I would go to Hot Topic and get the armbands and the bracelets and the, whatever. And so I was just kind of like a mixed bag, but then I also had like streetwear. So I had, Union Bay overalls and I would, only have one of the straps buckled instead of both of them buckled.
Yep. Yeah. Again, our fashion was all over the place too.
Yeah.
Music was all over the place. Movies, TV, like everything
shows. Yes.
But I loved it. It was such a good time.
We were the true melting pot. We were the true melting pot.
Yes, I agree.
We liked it all.
Yeah. All right.
All right, friends.
That's it for 2000s
We grew
nostalgia.
up on this. Good time.
Yep. All right. Until our next episode. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends.